Hi everyone, my name is Alex, and today I'm going to be reflecting on this in particular teaching video for my EdTPA portfolio. So we'll go ahead and get started. But first I did want to say that I would like to commend this teacher in the video on his ability to establish classroom procedures with his students. I think that what you'll see when I play the video is a very interesting way he has students raise their hands if they can hear him. It's just a way to get students quiet, looking at him, ready for the day, ready for the lesson. So I think it's a really cool thing that he decided to do with them. So we'll go ahead and play the video.
Alright everybody, hey, raise your hand, you can hear me. Excellent, so that's no talking, no moving, eyes on me. Awesome. So what we discussed this morning with our warm-up was I had you guys write down 3 questions that you would ask somebody to find out what was in his or her recycling bin or trash without actually looking. So what I want to see is you guys thinking some outside of the box questions that you would ask somebody in order to find this out. Alright? So we're going to start pinkies if you have an answer. Nick, what do you got?
So here we see another established classroom procedure. He has students hold their pinkies up if they've got an answer, which is, again, an interesting choice on this teacher's part. I don't know exactly why he has them hold their pinky up, but maybe that's something that the class has decided on, that that's what they would like to do. Maybe that's just what works best with these students. But another good thing that I noticed here, the reason I paused it, is because he's going over last night's homework. So if there are any questions, if there are any concerns about the homework, they're going to be answered here, and students are getting an opportunity to bounce ideas off each other from the homework. They're getting a chance to discuss it as a large class, which I think is a great thing, a great way to review. So I'll go ahead and keep playing.
Alcohol, soda, or water, and
Why would you ask those things?
to find out what kind of containers they have for those 3 things.
So you're thinking materials as in like plastic or glass bottles or something like that? That's good.
Or cans.
Alright, so Ronnie, what you got?
Instead of using alcohol, like physically active dying,
Okay, why would you ask physically active?
because if like say they're like football player or something, they might like drink
Healthy foods like,
muscle milk and stuff.
okay. You gotta think about the kind of containers for those things to come in, right? Okay.
Or see if they eat cereal, things, certain things.
So you would, how would you phrase that question? If you were gonna ask.
Alright, so I wanted to go ahead and pause the video right here and talk about the way that this teacher is responding to his students' answers. So I really like the camera angle here. I like how the camera is panning over to the classroom. You're getting a view of the students and seeing how engaged they are in the lesson, seeing that they're all looking at the teacher. You've got multiple kids raising their hands. They've got their books out, their homework out. So everything looks really great in this video. I like how it zooms in on the particular student. You can see their facial expressions and see how they're engaging with the question that they're asking. They're engaging with the homework. And I think one really other great thing about this portion of the video that we just watched is that this teacher is actively listening to the students as they share their answers. But he's doing more than that. He's asking them questions about why would you ask this question? So why is this question important? What does this question help you learn? What do you get from this question? And I think that that's so important in helping students understand why we learn. Asking a question about a question is just fostering more knowledge, and you're able to expound upon the reasonings behind why you would ask something. I think that that's a great way to learn a lot more about the topic at hand. So I'll go ahead and I'll play the rest of this video, but I just want all the viewers to note that what's about to happen. The kid in the burgundy just has said one of the questions that he would ask, and this teacher is about to walk him through how to make his question better.
If you're going to ask somebody, saying, I'm thinking, are there cereal boxes in their trash bin? You would say, when you go to the grocery store,
Do you buy cereal?
do you buy cereal? Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect. David Halentek, what you got? Say what? How often do you buy packages online, right? Think about that. All those shipping materials come in, they're packaged in styrofoam, the plastic tape, cardboard boxes, right? These are all materials that we've discussed. We know the general lifespans, right? Of all our materials, which takes the longest time to break down in the landfill? Think.
Glass bottle.
Glass bottles, absolutely. How long did it take?
A
A million years for a glass bottle to break down, right? Awesome.
So I want to pause again. I like in this portion how the teacher really starts to give feedback on the student's answers. So he says, absolutely, great. And he says things like, that's awesome. And I think that that's really positive feedback to give to your students. And he does it in a quick way that doesn't focus on, oh, student, you did such a great job. He says, great, that's a great answer. Perfect, absolutely. And he just moves on. So I think the quick praise is a really good tactic that he uses here. I also enjoyed, and I think it's definitely something that I'm going to implement in my own classroom, is calling kids by their name. I think it just gives so much of a personal aspect instead of just you, or okay, next. Or I think that calling students by their name and recognizing them and saying, yes, David, that's a perfect answer. I think it's way more personal, and I think students will really, really appreciate you for doing that.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass out these sheets. Today what you'll be doing is creating a survey, all right? You'll be working on this individually at first, and then you're going to come together and combine your questions in teams. So, if you look up on the board, you will see the three things that we're talking about as far as main categories when we're creating surveys. We want to know who we're surveying, we want to know what they're asking them, but mainly we want to know why. We can't ask good questions if we don't know why we're asking them.
So this portion of the video, what we have here is the teacher is going to pass out the activity that the students are going to be working on for the day. And I think it's awesome how it directly relates to the homework that they did last night. So the homework didn't serve as just busy work, just as homework. It served as a foundation for them to be able to practice what they're going to do in class. I really also wanted to point out the fact that this teacher looks so comfortable in front of his classroom. He looks comfortable in front of his students. He has a great speaking voice. And I like how you'll see in a minute how he's about to walk through the classroom and continue his instruction as he walks around and passes out the papers. But one thing I did want to critique about this section was I had a professor at Kennesaw who told me, don't put all the work on yourself. Let some students do some things that are easy for them. So I think one thing that this teacher could have done here is to maybe have one of the students pass out the activities for that day, go around, give them out to the tables while he stands at the front and can reference the board, can reference the homework. He's got it right there in front of him. He can keep asking questions while the student is passing out the papers. So I think he could have managed his time a little bit better in that way. But I think overall the execution of him walking around the classroom and passing out the papers was great.
So, what you've been doing is you wrote down 3 questions you would ask somebody. And what we're going to do is we're going to be filling out these worksheets as you create surveys to make sure that you understand the definitions and the reasoning behind our opinion. So,
go ahead and stop the video there at the segue to the lesson. This is the end of the video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this teacher. I think I definitely learned a lot from him, and some different tactics that I could use in my own classroom. The end, I think it's really great that he mentioned that there would be an individual component as well as a group component. I think that's so important, having students be able to work by themselves. I think that the giving reasoning behind the questions is so important for them. So I think that overall this was a really good teaching video that I could have used to model my own classroom after. But that will be all. Thanks for watching.